how painstakingly contrived paradise held. We evolve the wrongs and with each other. We drink tea, make love and smoke all day. Messes crawl, deep and bones through our rooms. We clean up, then mess each other up. There's a sock on the doorbell, so it cannot ring. When people knock, we frantically alone at the mess and each other.
Gary the Mad. How did it start? Started with a hot day in 1973. I was working and had 3 bottles of juice at work. On the bus home, suddenly felt I needed to go to the toilet. More or less ran off the bus and into the first close I could find. In those days, clothes didn't have security doors, and anyone could walk into a building, which I promptly did, and pulled out my manservant for a colossal pee. I took my pee and went back to the street, where I almost immediately felt I needed another pee, so into the next close, when I whipped my gear out again for a pee. I couldn't pee, so there I was with my penis out, but no pee, and I just waited for some woman to come into the close, catch me exposing myself and scream. Not the happiest of situations. I still felt I really needed to urinate, and there was a danger I would wet myself on the street. So I was into every close on the way home. Penis out, no pee, and back onto the street where I felt I needed a pee till I got home. On arriving back home, I still felt like I needed a pee, but it was less harrowing than I had been outside. I went to the hospital in Edinburgh, but there was no evidence of a bladder problem. Next I went to my doctor. He said it seemed to be a psychological problem. He'd send me to see a psychologist. The psychologist said that I had a particularly stressful job and I was suffering from stress. I didn't feel at all stressed, but he said that was one symptom of my condition. People under stress often deny it to themselves. He sent me to a psychological clinic in Glasgow. We just moved there. At the clinic I met my first wife Leslie, a particularly nasty psychopath, but you can't see mental illness from out with. All I saw was the most beautiful girl I'd ever met. She was intelligent, fun to be with, and sharp as a brand new razor blade against the wrist of reason. We moved in together in 1976. I was 19 and she 18, I think. The bladder problem had gone away at the clinic, and I gave it no further thought. Leslie skipped off pursuing her own internal demons, and I met my second wife, Veronica. She was a vegetarian, found all meat repugnant. She cooked me fried ox heart, because because it was the cheapest, which I found more repugnant. I skipped off following my own internal demons until I met Rosalind. She was an external demon I'd come to regret. Stranger, fear not Auschwitz if Auschwitz is within. We worked together as medical record technicians at Gartnavel General Hospital when we could be bothered getting out of bed, which was an infrequent occurrence. We got sacked. Not surprising really, which gave us more time for bed. We were lovers, and that's what lovers do. Rosalind liked her cigarettes. One night she smoked them all, including my share, so it was time to visit the all-night garage for a new pack. It was drizzly and I felt particularly weak. I had to sit down on the curb. Can't walk anymore, said Rosalind. Well, you certainly can't fucking walk now. Then she kicked me as hard as she could on the thigh. Life with Rosalind was both exciting and stressful. I suffered terrible headaches, which I now appreciate were migraines. I would be sensitive to light, and movement made me feel sick. I'd hide in a cupboard and appreciate the perfect stillness and darkness until Rosalind identified my weakness. She would drag me out of the cupboard by my feet and batter together 2 pots. You can't be a real man, Rosie told me, because a real man wouldn't hit a lady back. A real lady does not give a chap a black eye, I thought. To be continued.